Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Maryland, Mr. Harris, for 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ms. McCarthy, for appearing before the committee. I have a question. As a physician, I just am curious that the claim that this somehow saves money says that we avoid up to 34,000 premature deaths. Could you break that down to what these premature deaths are due to?
I can tell you that the analysis we do is on the basis of health data. It looks at exposure.
I understand that. Can you just break that down? What are these deaths due to?
I'm not asking you what your practice is. What did you do in this?
The deaths are due to the pollution.
No. What diseases?
Emitted.
Diseases. You
can
use specific diagnoses for me. I'll understand them.
Well, I wouldn't want to presume that I could articulate them as to the extent that you could understand them. We would have respiratory illnesses, heart illnesses.
Well, you say 15,000 heart attacks per year. If every one of those patients died, I could see that's 15,000. The estimated number of asthma deaths per year on the EPA website is 10,000 per year due to exacerbation, so that would be 25 if every one of those was attributed to this. How do you get up to 34,000? I mean, and I'm used to science. When they say up to 34,000, there's usually a confidence interval there. You know, it's like 1 to 34,000 or 10 to 34,000. Why would you use something so unscientific as to say up to 34,000?
The health data is all part of the record, and I would indicate to you that we are looking at health benefits.
Okay, thank you. And I'd appreciate if you.
The United States.
Sure, I understand that, and if you could get me that information, I appreciate that. Now, is that health data due to the particulates or the ozone?
It would mostly be the particulate matter, but also
right? Weren't these numbers the same numbers, though, that were floated around a week ago when the administration suspended its ozone standards?
Clearly not, no.
They weren't?
No, they were not.
What were those figures?
I actually don't have them at the top of my head, but I certainly can provide them.
I'd appreciate that, because I recall that the deaths in the press reports from the advocates were very, very similar to that. And there's evidence, I think, that 90% of the health benefits claimed by the EPA under this rule are for particulates. So I'm just curious about that, is how many times you can count a death for a rule for its proposed benefit. Are those particulate matter the data that supports that death and injury data? Is that publicly available?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Could you get that to me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, because I'd love to have it reviewed independently from the EPA.
I think I should probably clarify, only because I just realized what you are indicating is that the 15,000 heart attacks that we reference are non-fatal. So that would be very different than the premature, than thinking that we.
Well, that's even worse, because the number of people who have a heart attack who go on to die actually now under current therapy is actually quite low. So the number of deaths from heart attacks actually would be strikingly low as part of that 34,000. So I'm just curious about that. But anyway, my time has expired. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate follow-up on those two questions I asked. Thank you.